Shit. So keep that in mind also. Okay, yeah, we about to get 12 minutes in and break this shit down. And look, also understand too, this is another reason why people like me, especially people like me, but people in general are shadow banned. One of the main reasons why people like me are shadow banned because, you know, a lot of times we might be out here trying to get two nickels to rub together, unaware of what we may be expressing due to the fact of other people biases and other people what they got and what they want going for them. So what do I mean by that? One of the reasons people like me is being shadow banned is because the shit that we preach goes against the objects, intellectual properties, and the products that they're trying to produce and promote to us. So a lot of times we could be sitting up here talking all spiritual and shit and think we not harming the soul while we talking about certain shit like metaverse and things of that nature, while in another breath, these are certain objects and things that they're trying to promote to us and have ads for. Like shit like virtual reality and shit you can add to your cell phone to make it easier to act. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for the most part, people like me influence people to have a certain mind frame that kind of goes against the common mind frame for them based on the products that they're trying to produce. And it could be like just little simple shit like that, which is one of the reasons why they shadow ban also. Because YouTube is compromised. So a lot of these networks pay YouTube, which creates a separate algorithm. And if you're not part of this algorithm, they play with your numbers because these algorithms need those fake bot numbers in order to seem respectable. And therefore, some of these, since we make YouTube popular, I don't even know why they fucking with us. These are the platforms that some of these networks feel like they have to pay for to promote their products because they know that it's going to catch an eye. And therefore, right, this puts us in a situation where the common individual that's in some woke community or some type of shit like that, just based on who you are and how you obtain attention, goes against that. Just who you are. So you shadow banned by default a lot of times. Whether you think you changing words or not. The words ain't even actually the point. The whole narrative and the audience you attracting is the point. And once you're put in a certain algorithm that you're attracting a certain audience that goes against the audience that they're trying to promote their products towards, then motherfucker, you in spiritual warfare once again, without even knowing it. And you probably a person who only getting 10 or 20 views on your shit. So you probably not even thinking as deep as people like me and other people. But I'm telling you now, you better start. Yes, it's that deep. It's that deep. It's that deep. So yes, that blockage you experience is real. So don't be developing no weird hatred and chips on your shoulder and resentment where energy might have to be misguided towards another individual just like you from your same upbringing just for you to get two nickels to rub together. Now you fighting the wrong fight. Where Uriel could tell you, yeah, you are getting a block. And it ain't got nothing to do with no one not supporting you or paying attention. You might not even be put in a certain algorithm just due to the fact of the attention in the crowd you're trying to obtain. See what I'm saying? And due to the fact of limited gain stalking is not necessarily them pointing people out like they're special. They got tired of that 2,000 years ago. They created reverse psychology where the circumstances themselves that you participate in order to gain security, stability, shelter, support, and safety in their programs, business, entertainment, education, religion, and politics, is already set up as a system where you already shaking enough hands, get enough recommendations, where it's already going to lead down that way anyway. See what I'm saying? So it's already set up at hand. It's set up for failure. So even if you become riding the wave and successful within that area, you're still going to obtain the energies of how it was built. Because anytime you participate with an energy, you're always going to access how it was built in the first place. So since it's built on failure, it don't matter how successful and whatever you direct what you call successful to be, whatever area in that corporation that you participate in. Failure going to comes with it. So eventually you might cling more to money, but failure could be in other areas. Failure to obtain real solid relationships. Failure to obtain solid business deals. Failure to obtain good solitude with your emotional state. Like it's gonna be a failure somewhere that you get with it. That you're just gonna have to sacrifice and be settled somewhere else because you made your bed and you know you have to lay in it. Because you shaking hands with devils and you know you want to. Because birds of the same feather flock together. Finally got that right. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. But yeah. So that let me know I'm on point in the spiritual world. Because I finally got something I barely could get right down here and I got it right without thinking it. Birds of the same feather flock together. I always get that backwards. Thank you so much for the donation. Gnosis 888. You said, how do you tap into your flow state and as a consistent and